everybody, and welcome to Blood and Popcorn. I am TJ Rotell, and with me, as always, the lovely, the talented, odd movie master Glenn Akers, and the lovely and the talented Demogorgon Denise Pantoja. Hello, everybody. Like I said, welcome to Blood and Popcorn. We are TJ, Denise, and Glenn, and tonight on Blood and Popcorn's Holiday of Horrors, we have, I don't even know, what do we call it? Holiday of Horror. Yeah, that's it. It's right there on the screen if you don't want to play along at home. We have a movie that is very special. This movie, just to touch on a personal, I haven't felt this way about a movie since the early days of Trauma. Like this was well, we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it because we got lots to talk about with this movie. But the movie tonight is hand-selected by Denise is Ugly Sweater Party. Denise, why don't you give us a little
How'd you
taste.
find this?
Yeah, how did you come upon Ugly Sweater Party? What made you pick this one? Of all the dozens and dozens and dozens of Christmas horror movies out there, what made you go Ugly Sweater Party?
Okay, I think we were Googling Christmas horror movies to see what we could come up with, because we did some last year, right? We didn't want to redo the same ones. I think we did Black Christmas and Christmas Horror Anthology. So we were looking for movies for this holiday of horror. And I don't know, I saw the title. I could tell it was a lower budget movie, which of course we all know is near and dear to all of our hearts. And I said, why not? You know what? Why not? Because it's so absurd that this is like a style that's coming back into favor, I think, in movie making lately. Really absurd plots and really absurd, I guess, villains, if you will. So I was a big fan, and I said, let's just fucking go for it. Let's just do it.
You know what I mean? Points right away. Points to the team on this for one, creating an original killer, like an original demonic monster. It's so hard these days to
Oh my God.
find a movie like Hollywood's just a remake machine at this point. So I always really appreciate it when filmmakers go out and take risks and put something original on the screen. Now, original doesn't always mean fantastic or great, but you will always get points from me for originality. And they don't come much more original than, what did they call him? Sweater head? Sweater face at the end? I don't remember.
There were many words thrown about at the end.
Yeah,
There were
quite a few.
Yeah. Oh wait, hold on real quick before we get started.
Oh, there it is. Now it's a
There
movie.
it is.
Now it's a show.
Along with the our TJ and I are wearing ugly Christmas sweaters. We need to get Glenn one. I decided to pick up some wonderful vintage glassware.
those are pretty great.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna. Oh yeah, can you hear that?
Enjoy that lead.
Wow, you really can. It's like you really can hear
Pretty
all
amazing,
that fizzle.
isn't it? And it's the best sound ever for the best soda ever. Call me for a sponsorship, Dr. Pepper.
If you say so. You say so.
Stop it. Stop it. Stop
Anyway.
shitting all over my attempts to get Dr. Pepper to sponsor me. You keep quiet, TJ Rotell. You don't even drink soda.
Get them to sponsor you on your own damn channel. Glenn.
I will take my talent to my own damn channel someday.
Glenn, what were your initial thoughts? I know this isn't typically your kind of movie. For those of you who don't know, Glenn's more of our aficionado. He likes foreign horror. He's got
He's a connoisseur.
a deep library of knowledge around like old Italian horror, Korean horror, Japanese horror. Like Glenn's a veritable potpourri of interesting horror fun facts. So
When we're not live,
things about him.
when we're not live, Dee calls me a snob and a bastard. So
I did not call you a bastard.
That's
what I heard.
Bastard. You're a
Uh,
bastard, Glenn.
You're a real bastard. Maybe if we were in the 40s, be like, you bastard. Sorry.
And then
it
you'd
should come
slap him.
back. It's a good.
Or the 70s.
Yes, that's correct. I don't always love, like we said, or like you said, trauma movies. That doesn't mean I don't like them. There are some that I do. Like I really enjoy Toxic Avenger or Blades or now I'm drawing a blank, but whatever.
I don't know, Terra Firma, fucking
Sure,
Tromeo and Juliet, Class in Newcomb High. I mean,
sure.
oh my god. Oh,
Did you spit them out for you?
I'll tell you a story about Lloyd Kaufman when you're done here. It's real. It's real fun.
Good. I can't wait for that. Yes, they're really hit or miss for me. So when I went into this, I wasn't super keen. Uh, though I will say, like you said, D, this style of filmmaking where it's just throw everything at the wall with gore and see what sticks and fucks up your lens, uh, is a style that I do like and can get behind because it is very original, and it isn't just Scream 18 or whatever is coming next from Dimension.
Though I did like the last Scream movie, to be fair.
Everybody likes fucking Scream. Uh, anyways, yeah, it it exceeded my expectations, because it was so original. It wasn't just I'm a slasher. Um, Not that slashers are bad necessarily, but I enjoyed how bonkers it gets towards, I would say, the end, but it pretty much starts pretty crazy,
Mm-hmm.
uh, with some pretty good lines actually at the beginning and throughout.
Yeah,
Uh,
I was rather taken aback by some of the dialogue choices here because they're funny.
they are.
That's the thing about a movie like this. Like when you're making a movie like this, and we know, like first off, let me just put this out there if you're new to the channel. Here on Blood and Popcorn, we all have our opinions. We all have our various thoughts on the movies we talk about here. But overall, as a group, we respect all horror as it comes across the board. Could be the $100 million range to the $100 range. If you're out there and you're an artist and you're creating content, then fucking good for you. You're doing more than most people do out there. And Denise and I have a feature on Amazon that isn't super great either. Like super proud of it because we made it in 7 days with a shoestring budget. But fucking, I mean, come on, man. Like horror is hard. Like anyone who tells you like horror movies are easy are insane. It's like people who say
Yes.
comedy's easy.
Yeah.
It's horror movies one of the hardest genres of film to do. So respect to the team over at Ocular Migraine. Was it Ocular Migraine? No, Ocular Films.
It was
No,
either
I
migraine or
think it was
headache.
migraine.
Was it Ocular Migraine? Is that the
It's either ocular migraine or ocular headache.
something like that? I'm gonna look real quick while Denise tells us more about this lovely film. Denise, give us the rundown of oh god of the plot, I guess. What I mean, kind of yeah. Give us the short and skinny on where we're at walking into Ugly Sweater Party.
Okay, so I will preface this with a little bit of a history on the ugly sweater movement that I disagree with in general. So, ugly sweaters, this whole ugly sweater party idea started because people were getting like older, unstylish sweaters and making fun of them. Like they were the best things you could ever find at a thrift store, honestly. I'm also a huge lover of the 80s. It's mostly it's mainly 80s stuff, let's be real. But that like started as like a way to poke fun at the fashion. I mean, there's the internet says it was tongue in cheek, but it was definitely more making fun in the beginning. Now it's probably a little more tongue in cheek, and people actually make sweaters that are very gaudy, very loud. They throw, like you said, about the filmmaking in idea in general, like throw everything you have at it and see what sticks. But I will completely disagree with the beginnings because there's some beautiful stuff. I mean, hello, look at this right here. Look at this. Bows and ornaments and whatnot. God bless you, 80s, and your sweater making abilities.
It's so hot. I'm so hot right now.
Well, yours is also not from the 80s, TJ.
It's not. It's from Walmart.
Yours is probably like 99% polyester.
Yeah.
Although mine's like probably wool. Anyway, okay. So that being said, I just wanted it to be official that I disagree with the ugly part. Ugly Sweater Party starts off with a couple of guys who are going to meet up with a couple of gals they hooked up with over spring break. And they got this invite for like bad guys and sinners to meet up with them at this party. So they have misinterpreted the invite. It's to a camp that they're twins, I think. It's to a camp that their parents are running because they've been saved. This whole movie,
Jody and Cliff, right? Jody and Cliff.
Yeah. They are twins, but they're fraternal and they can't tell them apart, which is fucking great.
Yeah,
that was
great.
Funny.
Good joke.
The whole what was I saying? You guys,
Sorry.
Way to
they're
go,
going up
guys.
they're going up to a camp
to
get with the Skank sisters.
But
which is what they're called. I didn't call them that.
Glenn coming in real hot tonight. Real hot.
Is a very big commentary on, I think, religious camps, Christianity, religion, and whatnot. There's a lot of very, I guess you could call it tongue-in-cheek.
It's a lot of tongue in something.
References.
Yeah.
Oof.
So on their way, they run into this hitchhiker. See who had the sweater, right? Anyway, they get this. Oh, I missed the beginning. Oh my god.
Yeah, there was a.
Yes, it was the serial killer who was caught by the cops and then killed because he was so terrible. Like he killed families and with babies, and so the cop went rogue. I totally forgot about the beginning. Sorry. And then his spirit was like infused into the sweater.
Mm-hmm. As you do.
Then go back. Why am I so bad at telling stories? I'm a storyteller. Thank God I'm in film and television because then I can like take the time to edit it all together.
You're telling it like Tarantino would, out of order and artistically out of order.
That's what it is. Denise
I'm
is the
so
Tarantino
artistic.
of our generation. Just
except I really love the Avengers. Anyway, okay. So it's like a bunch
I didn't
of
know where you're
guys.
going with that.
Oh, he was talking shit about superhero movies.
Yeah.
So there's like a bunch of guys converging on this camp, and shenanigans ensue.
That's a word.
Deadly, bloody, sexual shenanigans, as it were. And it does definitely go off the rails. And then there's this like, there are side plots that are sort of just thrown in,
Mm-hmm.
and they converge in a bloody way. But yeah, did I miss anything other than the beginning? And then I went back and I told it the right way.
I think you got most of it there. I think I thought of something while you were talking, because I just remember
While I was rambling.
let's call it talking, or I mean whatever you choose. You talked about the subplots, right? And we kind of get this weird out of nowhere groundskeeper. Like they introduce characters in this movie like it's their job. Like just like and you could see like, cause I say this because like it's exactly what I would do. I like to call it like fuck you filmmaking. Like it's just like I need to get the movie done. I want to get the movie done. I'm hitting a block. I need to get over it. Fuck you. It doesn't matter what I do. I'm just going to push through it. And it's like, fuck you. I don't care filmmaking. Like, I'm just going to get through the movie. I'm going to tell my story however I have to tell it, and fuck you otherwise. Right. And they do that really, I think, in a really fun way, because it's just like, whenever we hit a wall, introduce a new character, drive the plot forward. Hit a wall, introduce new character. Well, how are we going to kill the ugly sweater guy? I don't know. Fucking the disgruntled groundskeeper is also possessed by a heavy metal band, and oh yeah, and then maybe he builds a ray gun. Yeah, because he's a groundskeeper. Of course, he has an engineering degree, so he builds a ray gun. And it's like, and you just get to this point where, and again, this is why I referenced Trauma earlier, where it's like Lloyd Kaufman has that kind of similar, like, we're just making a movie. Like, it's not fucking Shakespeare. Like, just fucking pull the guy's dick off and spray blood over the camera. Like, who cares? We have to go back to work on Monday. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's a very, to me, it's a very special style of filmmaking, and one that I would love to do more of. Like, I was like chatting with Hunter Johnson, who plays Jody in this, on Twitter, because he and the director Aaron were nice enough to comment and tweet, which is very cool of them to do, for our tiny little show on our 198 follower, Twitter profile. But and it's just like these seem like really good dudes, and I'm like, I see stuff like this, and ever since I was young, I'd see stuff like this, and I would just get real jealous that someone had the will to go out there and just make their movie. And I have so much respect for people who do that. So I have a ton of respect for these guys. I'd love to work with them someday, because I wanna rip a fake dick off and spray blood over the place. You know what I mean? Like, fuck you, filmmaking. You know what I mean? Like, I love it. I'm a big fan.
Okay, so I do want to notate, I'm fairly certain, correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, there was no female nudity in this,
I don't think there was.
right? No
There
female
was
nudity.
We saw some butt, some male butt, and I think
We
we
saw
caught a
some
little
But
swinging Johnson.
well, there
Not a
was
little.
a big
Pun
swing in
intended.
Johnson that was like
Yeah.
that, like fell between his legs in the shot. Was that real, or was that a
That
dildo?
was not.
That
no,
was
It was a
that was
dildo,
fake.
right?
But when he's shaving his pubes,
that
which
was.
is, which is something
That was-
I never thought I'd say on this show.
Yeah.
I forgot about
When
that.
Jody's shaving his pubes,
That's real.
he shifts, and you see a silhouette of something.
Just kind of drop.
What does Austin Powers call it? The fig and berries, or whatever it is, like the
Twig and
berries. You
Twig
see
and
a little,
two berries.
you see like a quick shot of the twig and two berries. And
I mean,
and again, some
legit-
butt, like, good for, like, that's Game. Listen, that's Game of Thrones right there. You know what I'm saying? These guys are George R.R. Martin, ugly sweater party right here. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, he legit, cut to our sponsor, Manscaped, for real. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. It was real.
yeah, I haven't been. I don't know why this grossed me out so much, but it did. They did a very good job of making that scene fucking disgusting. His bathroom floor that he was doing in was just awful.
Filthy.
And then he had a paper bowl of like Rice Krispies and milk, and then just a poof of pubes lands in it, and then like he nicks himself with the razor. Thank God they didn't show that. And then he steps in it and like gets puby milk on himself, and I was just like, fuck this movie.
It was
I see where we're going, which
It
you already
sets-
did from the beginning.
Sets the tone immediately. Well, but that was the beginning. They were
That
talking
was-
about, well, I mean,
That was after the interrogation scene.
that was Denise's beginning before she went back and forgot about the other beginning.
Yeah. I do have a question. It said that they were in a U.S. black site when they were interrogating him. Why was there a Nazi flag there?
Well, no,
I mean,
they weren't a U.S. black site. They were in a police black site.
I'll leave that alone
Oh,
because
I
I
see
live
where
in
you're
Los
going
Angeles.
Yeah.
I would like to live.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Anywho's,
Moving on. You are absolutely right. I was going to say that was a disgusting scene, and they they did that
something about
very
stepping
well.
in. What's the rip-off brand malto milk? The
Glenn, you
like
know what?
Isn't that the
the
ripoff of Smacks?
no the company that makes cereals that like
Oh
are
God,
in Walmart by
I
the
don't
like
know.
4 pound bag. You know what I mean?
Malk.
Anyways,
um, uh, Glenn, the
just
cereal
stepping in that.
shot,
Ugh.
the cereal shot reminded me of the shot we did for Watch Until the End, or Watch Till the End.
Which is
Our our short horror film
our horror
that
short.
I wrote and I'm in, and Glenn directed and Denise produced.
Why did you
And
have to say that?
oh man, because I want that to live in your head now. Every time you look at that shot of the cereal. I mean, we
Never
don't put
watching.
pubes in it. I eat it with soy milk, which was real weird. But you know, not bad, I guess. But
It was almond milk.
um,
No
but yeah,
squeeze
you know,
cow.
almond milk. That's what it was. But yeah, soon enough, Austonian, soon enough. But but yeah, I mean, like I'll listen to take it from the top. You start off like you can see, and I wonder like there was a hot second when I'm gonna get his name right because I want to get his it's Mento, right? Aaron Mento.
Aaron
Aaron
Hmm.
Mental.
Mento, who wrote and directed this, commented on the tweet, and then uh, uh, but Hunter Johnson, who plays Jody, retweeted it, and I was like, I wonder if they'd want to come on the show, and like if I had time today, if I wasn't working all day, I would have thrown together a new overlay with 4 or 5 people and seen if they wanted to come on the show because I have questions. Like I have legitimate
Same.
questions. Like I want to know what they shot this on. Like I want to know what
Same.
camera did they use? What lenses did they use? Like I want to know everything about this movie because I'm just so I'm enamored with it. I love movies like this. What was the movie we really liked? D was it It's My Party and I'll Die If I Want to. That had that
N-
it wasn't was
No,
that
no,
the
no.
one?
Stupid teenagers must die.
Oh yeah, Stupid
So
Teenagers Must Die.
it's my party and I'll die if I want to is one that we bought at
That was the interactive one, right?
Fango.
The
Yes.
choose your own adventure horror.
And that was fun. That was really cool. That was unique. We bought a DVD when Fangoria and Creation Entertainment did conventions together way back when. It was awesome. It was much smaller than things are now, much more intimate. Like we got something signed by Wes Craven after a panel. It was much more intimate. It was really great. So like we were walking through and we bought that DVD. That was really cool. But this is when we decided to do this whole um, experiment walking through the Hollywood Video in northeastern Pennsylvania near TJ's parents' house had one of the best horror movie, like indie, small, not blockbuster horror movie selections that you could ever find at
Yeah,
a video
someone
store.
there liked horror movies, and they made sure they were stocked in their building.
It was a delight. We decided to go through one by one, and we were doing this whole this sort of like educational look at what it was that we liked, what didn't work for us, to help us in our own film journey. And it was really great. Like we started a few. We have notes. We didn't keep up with the notes like we should have, but we discovered a lot of really cool stuff. And there was this one like super low budget, like super low. The sound was horrific. The lighting was non-existent. The acting wasn't great, but there was something about it that really just grabbed us. And have we talked about it? I think we need to talk about it. I think we need to talk about stuff like this in like a couple, 1 or 2 episodes and really talk about what it is that is so enrapturing about things like that, like charming
You can read a
to
whole
people
blog
like us.
post on it when we launch the website. Coming soon.
I'll do that.
Bloodandpopcorn.com. Coming soon. No, Denise, I agree, and I think we should find that movie and we should watch it. We should talk about it on Blood and Popcorn. I think that's a good plan. Um, so yeah, I was saying like first off, you can kind of see like as a producer, you know, you kind of see where they either spent some money or they called in some favors or someone on the team is good at a thing because they had really good graphics. Like their title graphics and stuff were really fun. Like that department was really dialed in, which makes me wonder if like either their editor or the director or someone isn't an artist and put that shit together. But one of the real
Or
standouts,
where they cut corners. But carry on.
yeah, one of the real, well, I mean, the fucking Hallmark Channel has the worst graphics on the planet. Don't even get me started on Great American Family. Like that looks like someone like literally used the stock font in Premiere. It's awful. These guys at least took the time to like build a graphics package out with some cool font and a cool logo, right? Like, dude, you can get a fucking dope logo on Fiverr for like $15. Like, come on, Hallmark, get it together. Anyway, um, but one of the real standouts for me in this movie, as I've talked about in the past, is the music.
Mm.
And like especially the opening credits song "Ugly Sweater Party" has this really fun, I mean like really like "Ugly Sweater Party," like it's just like it hits, like it, as the
I
kids would say, it fucks. The song
loved
fucks.
it. Loved it.
It
And
was
then
really good.
and
I
then Glenn, I
was
found
not
them.
expecting that.
I found the band that we were talking about earlier. I assume they're the heavy metal band. Uh, uh, Amicida,
Yeah,
Amicida,
yeah.
Omicida. They fucking shredded too. Like what a dope ass fucking band. I wonder if that's like, because like I know for me, like when we made our movie in NEPA, like we got a local artist to do some music for it who's like real popular, named Nick Coyle from a band called Lifer. And like, but they're a hometown band, so like you reach out to your hometown band, you say like, hey, you want to be in a movie? And they're like, fuck yeah. um Breaking Benjamin didn't want to do that. Fuck those guys. Anyway,
Oof.
uh I still really like Breaking Benjamin,
High school Glenn is angry at
but
me.
their manager was a douche. Um, but yeah, like the
A
music
douchey
really,
manager. Hmm.
yeah, surprise, surprise. The music was really fun. I really enjoyed the music in this. Did you guys have any strong feelings on the music? D, I know you really liked it as well.
I did. I loved it. I loved it. It caught me with that title song, and then when the heavy metal band came up, I was like, "Well, shit. All right, yeah, the music is great."
Yeah, no, I agree. I was fully expecting like canned whatever you get them from uh not SoundCloud, whatever, some program. I was
Yeah,
expecting just canned music,
yeah. We use
which can,
Envato, is what we have. That's what the music you heard at the top of this is from Envato. Um, yeah, yeah. I think Glenn, I think that has something to say. Like when I was, like I said, I was chatting with Hunter because he posted like something like I followed him on channel 29, and he posted something about like being irritated that he can't find the right song for his next movie that he's doing for his last scene. And Kevin McLeod, and we chatted a bit about the music, and he was so specific about what he wanted and what he needed that I was like, oh, like music is clearly something that was important. And I mean, I'll tell you, like,
yeah,
you know, it's a motion picture with sound, right? That's what our modern films are. And you really like, when it comes to indie film, sound will get sacrificed a lot because, you know, and I'm not saying these guys have quite a bit on their plate, as far as work that they've done. But a lot of times with indie film, you'll see like you might get someone who's, you know, producing for the first time. And they dump their entire budget into camera and think like, oh, I've got a friend and a hockey stick and an XLR cable and a fucking microphone for my friend's band, and that'll be enough. But it's not. Like, you know, it's a very night and day difference, between, you know, a regular microphone and a shotgun mic, and having a proper sound mixer is a godsend. Um, but you know, you do what you got to do. At the end of the day, you have to do to make the movie. And I was really happy that they put time and effort into the music of this, because it really, because again, like as much as I want to know what the camera was, it looked pretty grainy. It wasn't, I'm guessing they didn't have a super heavy light kit in this. The sound package probably wasn't the super best, and I'm wondering what the camera was. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it was like if this came out in 2018, Glenn, what do you think? Like a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Cam, maybe maybe just a DSLR, like a 60D or a 70D. Like I
I
wonder.
would guess a DSLR.
Yeah, I
I
could
don't
see a
know.
DSLR. Like if this
I
if
mean,
this were if this were an older movie, I would even go as far as be like, was this like an HVX or something?
sure.
Because it's that grainy. But again, without light, that's what's going to happen. You're shooting dark scenes and you don't have enough light. Um, but I
And
think
they,
like because they didn't have because the visuals aren't always the best. I think they made up for it a lot in other areas. Like I said, in the music. And dude, like for what this was, I thought the acting was fucking fun, man. There's a few standouts. But I think overall, I think the
Who did
acting
you?
was.
Who were your favorites, T?
Uh, what's his name? My favorite actor in the movie, um, is Mr. Mandix. I thought Mr.
yeah,
Mandix was
The fucking name.
was
yeah,
really really good because it's a tough character to play and he's dressed in a silly costume, but like the
all
accent was
of the movie.
rock solid. I thought his acting was on par with fucking any other horror movie I've seen out there. Counselor Mandix, Marv Blauvelt, Blauvelt, Marv Blauvelt, Marv. Uh, Marv has some interesting pictures on IMDb. Um, yeah, one is him like kind of choking a nun in a bra from behind.
Is this
Okay.
the sequel to Ugly Sweater Party?
Ugly Habit Party. Habit, for those of you who don't know, is what nuns wear. It's called a habit. I know that because I was in
Oh,
a musical called Nonsense Amen, which is a all male cast playing female nuns. I was in the second cast ever, other than off Broadway, to ever do it with an all male cast.
Oh.
Just saying. Anyway, um, yeah, I thought he was really good. I thought Hunter was really good. The guy that played Jody. I thought the killer was really great too. Um, Again, like it's not Shakespeare. Your typical horror movie actor, indie horror movie actor, isn't going to be, up for any Academy Awards anytime soon. But I thought fucking uh, Charles Chudabala, who played Cliff,
hmm,
um, did a great job. Had it like because that's a tough role to carry. You're being possessed by someone as Sean Whalen, who you would definitely have seen in a million movies.
Oh, you
Dude's been
recognize him,
around
yeah.
for years. Like he's
yeah.
the star power next to, is it Felissa Rose? Is that how you pronounce that? Felissa Rose. Um, they're bringing in the heavy guns on the acting, but like that's a very eccentric actor. Like like he's a character actor, and the character's very like big teeth and wide eyes and like real zany kind of like laugh. So I think good for Charles for pulling that off and kind of embodying that mentality through a sweater,
The ugly Christmas sweater.
the ugliest of Christmas sweaters. What did you guys think? Did you have any standouts cast wise?
I mean, I think you nailed it for me. I would have to agree with you. And yeah, I mean, Sean Whalen is great. He's
Mhm.
he's got a little more mainstream as far as the credits go. The killer. And Felissa Rose is one of those like horror movie staples. She's been in a ton of stuff. And but yeah, Mr. Mandix was a real delight.
I agree. This character only showed up for 20 seconds. It was again one of those ones that you're just like, we'll just throw a character in here and never address him again unless I missed it. I liked when Mr. Mandix went back in the cabin and they have an accountant.
Yes, they do address him again.
Do they? Did I miss that?
Let me tell you how they address him because this goes back to what I was saying earlier about the fuck you filmmaking. they bring this guy in, so like we get to see Jody like make a masturbatory motion with a water bottle on one of the twins. Mr. Mandick sees this, or Counselor Mandick sees this, and he runs
Their
upstairs
father.
and he goes to the accountant who's smoking either like a giant blunt or like a Swisher Sweet. We don't know. But he's got like a Virgin Mary statue or something. He's like counting gobs of money.
Yeah.
He looks like an old like mob guy, and he's like, and he tells him like, hey, if Jody doesn't sign up, make sure we bill him for that bottle of water. And we see him. We only see him that one time, and then we see him again in the big fight scene at the end of Bloodbath with the ray gun,
Oh, right.
where
Yeah.
everyone's just accidentally. This movie may top number of accidental deaths by a non-main killer character. Because there's
There
a
were
lot.
3 killers at one point.
Yeah.
It's true.
And then we were like 4, 5, 6.
They just kept going up. But he pops out of the bushes and shoots with an Uzi. He has an Uzi all of a sudden. He sprays Mandick's, who I assume would be like his like burly lover, the guy that he gets in the shower with after he gets eaten by his daughters. He sprays that dude with the Uzi as he like runs to save Mandix and stop the ray gun. There's so much going on to stop the ray gun disgruntled groundskeeper. But then he gets got by the laser beam, and that's it. That's all we see of that guy.
And this sounds crazy, but watch the movie and you'll understand.
Yeah, it's on
Right.
Amazon Prime. Was it $3 to rent? This is
Yeah.
always the conundrum for me, because we do these movies and we rent them or we buy them. And I saw this one, and part of me was like, I should just buy it. It's another $6. Like, who fucking cares? And now I regret not buying it. I'm gonna go back and buy it to support these guys, because I think filmmaking like this needs to be loved and cherished. And I'm gonna go back and pay the $9.99 and buy this movie proper, so that.
Do they have a physical copy available?
They do, I believe.
Oh well, then we're gonna buy the hard copy for sure. I wonder if they have like a website or something. We can. Yeah, we'll have to look that up.
I'm pretty sure they do.
But yeah, man. So Glenn, I'm sorry. Now that so that was your other favorite character, was the accountant.
Yeah, I don't know why, because I think it's because he just popped out of nowhere, and it was funny that they're like, you need to charge him for that water bottle.
You know what I found really interesting from an editing perspective was like, when we meet the groundskeeper, we're getting these like, we're cutting back and forth between two scenes in the movie, and I don't know if they like just shot that one scene with the couple, with the husband who's clearly gay and is pretending to be married to this woman. Like, that's a big, they make a big show of that. He has a Santa hat on his crotch. I think that's really funny. But they keep cutting back and forth between that scene with that couple and Jody and the groundskeeper scene. And it's a real hard cut. It's a real weird, like we're in this scene and then we're in a basement somewhere with a guy we've never met, and he's talking to Mandix. He wants to come back to work, and next thing we know, there's a metal band telling him to build. He builds a ray gun, and then he jams out with the metal band for like 90 seconds. And I'm wondering, like, was that like, was the scene not long enough with Jody and the couple to just put that scene in there and then cut to, or was it just too much? You always wonder, like, that's why, like, I'd love to ask these guys questions, because I'd love to find out, like, what motivated those cuts, because it was weird. You know what I mean? It was a real interesting choice, I guess, is how I would say it. But I really liked the groundskeeper character. I thought he was really fun. That You know what? I'm gonna spin off the rails here. And D, I'd love for get your 2 cents on this, since you're a resident production design human in the room. The props in the wardrobe in this movie, specifically the ray gun, like, good job. Like way to get out there and just go like, we need a ray gun. We're gonna build a ray gun. Grab that bottle, that Crystal Geyser bottle of water and some tinfoil. My brother's got a broken Nerf gun, and we'll get some silver spray paint and some fucking LED lights. Let's just get it done. Respect. Denise, tell us a little bit about the wardrobe and the props here in this movie.
Well, see, what you're saying is okay. Did we look at it and say, "Holy fuck, that's a dope ass ray gun"? Like, my God, if I had seen it on the street, no. But you know what? They fucking put it together, and it. I believe it. Like, the suspension of disbelief that we're in this movie allows me to appreciate that for what it's supposed to be. They tried, they did it. It's successful, and they weren't apologetic about it. And I think that's the thing about this movie too. It's like, you know what? This is what we have to work with. That's what we were saying to each other earlier, TJ. This is what we have to work with. And we're not sorry about it. We know what kind of movie we are. We're very tongue in cheek. They were totally meta about it in the beginning, where he talked about dropping the razor in the, what was it, 10 years later toilet.
That shit made me laugh so fucking hard.
That was really good.
Oh, I love that. That might be my favorite part in the whole movie. In the 10 years later toilet. Oh, fuck, so good.
Yeah, it really was. And I mean, you can tell there was stuff that was slapped together, but it's I mean, it all worked really well. You know, you're able to buy it all for what it is, because when you go into a movie that is self-aware and not apologetic about it, they're like, this is what we fucking have. Like, they put their dick on the table. They said, literally,
and then they cut dildo, it off,
whatever it was. They, this is what we fucking have. Love it or leave it. You better gain weight. Better hit bullseye. Kid don't play. You know what I'm saying?
Amen to that.
I don't know
sister.
if I got all those words right.
I don't think you did, but we're gonna go with it. Well,
what are the words then?
What was gain whey? You better gain
I don't
whey.
Know. You better fucking gain.
Better gain some whey protein.
Well, what are the fucking words?
I don't know.
No,
man.
not whey.
Make whey. Make gains. I don't know, Denise, but we're
wait,
gonna.
So wait, you're gonna talk shit about me and you don't even know?
No, I mean, I just know it didn't sound right. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not too prideful to admit that I'm wrong. Look it up. Come on, Scrabble, go look it up. My one big issue with the movie, and I hate that I have to say this. Gangway was right. You were right.
You better gain weight.
What does it mean? Tell us what it means. We don't educate us.
Gain the way forward, I guess. I don't know. Ask Vanilla Ice. Carry on.
Word up. So my one big problem with the movie, because it's called Ugly Sweater Party, was the ugly sweater. I wasn't crazy about it because I didn't like that it was a hoodie. Like, Glenn, like, you're wearing a sweater right now, right? Like, it's a nice sweater, and they could have just as easily have taken a sweater like that and uglied it up. You still could have had the LED pentagram. I thought that was fucking dope. I liked that it changed colors. I thought that was really cool. But like, you couldn't tell, like, by the time they'd put all the shit on it and the blood and the muck and everything else on it, it really didn't look like an ugly Christmas sweater. It looked like a dirty hoodie with a pentagram in the middle of it. Like, even to the point where, like, the hood, like, you know, like when you clip a hood, you cut the sides so it goes up easier. Like, and then in the end, when he turns into Sweater Face, he's got like a black, like, over hood over it anyway. So I was just like, I just wondered why, you know what I mean? Like we made the film that Denise and I, the first movie we ever made together, was a short horror film called Sharp, and the director wanted us to use this crazy knife. It's about a traveling knife salesman, door-to-door knife salesman, and I had this like old Gil Hibben like fantasy knife with like 20 different fucking blades on it. And he's like, that's what the killer should use. And I was like, no, man, he's a fucking knife salesman. He should use a butcher knife. He shouldn't use a fantasy knife that's $80 on fucking at the gun show. Like he doesn't like. And this was a big sticking point. And this was the same kind of deal. Like I don't know what happened there with that sweater, but it was the one true low point of the movie, because I wanted it to be more like this. I wanted it to be more sweater like, not a hoodie with a bunch of gack on it. But I mean, maybe that was all they had, and maybe that's what they did. But I feel like that could have been. It's the only thing. If I had to go back and change one thing about this movie, it would be the sweater itself.
I will mirror Austonian here, and I think they more than made up for it with the out of nowhere tentacles.
The tentacles, yeah.
And then actually the final form face was surprisingly very good.
That was great.
Yeah, well, like they hadn't.
I loved everything it
an
did.
An effects artist.
I loved that with every kill, the sweater grew more powerful and consumed more of Cliff. Like his hands eventually got engulfed, and then the hoodie came up, and then eventually his face and everything. And like you said, the tentacles came out. I thought the tentacles were dope. The farting tentacle was hilarious.
Yes.
I thought that was all really, really cool. It was just that base orange hoodie, like cream soda orange hoodie.
I wonder if it wasn't some sort of like obsession with having the hood be part of the costume. And they're like, well, how do you know what I mean? Just get a fucking sweatshirt, like that could have been it. Like,
yeah, they were thinking no one's going to be big enough of an asshole to get on a podcast and critique our hoodie choice after we've made this dope indie horror film. No one's going to have the sack to do that. And then here I am being a douche, being nitpicky about the sweater. But it's the star of the movie. You know what I mean? Like, it's the title character of the movie. It's the ugly sweater. Like, I just wanted it to be a sweater, not a hoodie.
My guess is it budget, and they needed more than one.
No, no way did they make more than one of those hoodies. 0% chance.
Then they shot in order? Because like it gets progressively fucked up. I wouldn't be surprised if they had like 3.
You think with the LED pentagram in there?
I think that could have been swapped.
Maybe it was magnetic. Maybe they made like a
Velcro,
like a Velcro or magnetic base. I could see them doing a magnetic base and just sticking it right in the middle. I can see that. That would work.
Like I could see like, sorry, D, I see your hand, but I'm not a teacher.
He's about to teach you how to not raise your hand during a fucking podcast. That's what he's gonna do.
I could see there being like version 1, which is black site torture room, and then like there being a final version, and they just kind of like use either or. I could see it for that reason. I'm trying to help them out here.
You know what I wish they'd done though, to really crank up the insanity and the fun of it, was not make it the devil. I wish the sweater itself was the god. Like the thing he was serving was like he'd made something so ugly and so horrific that it became sentient and evil.
I like that
in and of itself. Because the devil's such an easy, but I guess it's a Christian camp, and we're going after Christian conversion camps. Fuck those places. Like fuck all of those places to hell 100 times over. I'm glad that this movie got made and that it went after those horrifying places. But yeah, like yeah, I don't know. It's the star of the movie, a sweater. Who knew? Right?
Sorry to disappoint you.
And the Academy Award for Best On-Screen Sweater goes to Sweater God, Lord of Open Weave, Emperor of Vaguely Catholic Patterns.
Listen, I have to correct myself here real quickly.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm stopping raising my hand here. I'm just gonna fucking bust in. So it popped up, and I was like, "Oh yeah, sweet." It disappeared. It's not Gainway. Love it or leave it, you better gangway, which makes even less sense to me. What the fuck is gangway? What does that mean?
I think Death said that. I think Death called that out
Gangway?
earlier. Gangway.
Well, I wasn't reading.
It sounds like an
chat.
old
I
pirate
apologize.
term. It does. It sounds like an old pirate term.
What does gangway mean? Gang.
I mean, you might not want to type that in a Google search. That might yield some results you're not ready to see.
Raised Okay, I was like, a raised platform or walkway. It means make way, get out of the way. All right, well, fuck me. I was close.
I was right. The gangway is a ramp for getting on and off a boat.
Fuck you.
Everybody's right tonight. It's ugly sweater party night. Everyone's right tonight.
And you get an ugly sweater.
Speaking of everyone being right, how about them effects? Huh? We had a fair amount of mix and match practical and CG effects in there. Oh God, everyone at work's gonna hate me. I don't know if it's technically CG. I'm new to the VFX world, and I still don't know the terminology. Comp did all of it. I can say that it was a compositor did most of all of that work. Yeah, again, fun. You know, did we ever see the person get the chainsaw to the face that wasn't in one of the visions? Because we saw that, like, I think we saw it twice. We saw someone in a kitchen getting like a fucking chainsaw to the face.
Estonian says no.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's weird because that was a fun kill, and then we only saw it in the visions, which was interesting. That was an interesting choice. I like that character. I like the goth girl character at the Christian camp. You know, I think it didn't fly straight. What a great line! And then Jody goes, "Yeah, because it's a fucking yardstick," and it's like, oh my God,
that was a really good line.
Like this line is chock-a-block full of fucking one-liners and great pullable quotes, man. I'm a big fan.
From the get-go.
What did I call it?
You said this line.
This line. Well, that line was full of pullable quotes.
Did you want to bring up any more, Glenn? We've brought up a few.
Sure. We'll see if I can get kicked off Twitch. It's from this is what swayed me to truly, this sounds bad, truly pay attention and like get into it. And it was in the interrogation scene. It was our main grizzled old cop. I think he was a cop. I can't believe I'm about to read this. When he says, "Miranda can suck my veined and swollen mud bomber." That was within 2 minutes of the credits. And I was like,
you want to catch the audience and not let them go. That's a great way to do it.
Like 2 or 3 words into that line, I was like, oh, okay, I know what he's going to end with. And nope. Mud bomber.
This was in reference to Miranda rights.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Which are oftentimes mud bombed by the police. Not the band, the law enforcement agency. The police have done nothing wrong.
Not Sting.
No, Sting's fine.
Sting.
Mud bomber from a Christian. So good. So good.
It honestly sounded like a line you would have heard in Spinal Tap.
Yeah.
In that song about the dick that they have in that movie. Anyways, that's a weird reference.
Did you know that for years and years and years I thought Spinal Tap was a real band?
I did too.
Yeah, for years. Until I saw the movie. Like until I saw This Is Spinal Tap and was like, wait, fucking Christopher Guest? It is. Wait a second. This isn't real. It wasn't real. It was just make believe, like the film, like the movies are. But yeah, I want to go back to the special effects again, and I want to get y'all's thoughts on, like, do you have like a favorite moment, special effects wise, either practical or digital? What are your thoughts?
I mean, the farting tentacles sold me, mainly because they were practical, which I always love. And I actually was being shitty and like trying to see if I could see strings or however else they might have done it. I don't think I caught any, which is like surprising because like you see them quite a bit and not like obscured. So kudos to their effects team or person, maybe. um, I really like the tentacles. There were when they were shooting the laser blaster, whatever you want to call it, when it would like shoot like burning holes into things. Honestly, a fair amount of those comp holes, like they did a good job of scaling the fire to look correct, which is a lot of the time is wrong. And either the fire is way too small or like way too big for it to be burning. I thought they did a rather good job with that, which I'm sure they didn't have a lot of time and $40 to do it with.
Especially the one dude, the shirtless dude, the husband and the couple, when they got him in the abdomen. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
doing it on a shirt is one thing. Like if you got a shirt on, that's a little easier of a comp. But to do it on a human body like that, you there's a lot you got to get right. And I thought that shot looked pretty good. D, what about you?
I think the end boss serial killer sweaterhead guy looked really good.
Yeah.
The mask was practical, the tentacles. I mean, there's there's so much that goes into getting a monster to look good, real, passable. And I think they did a really good job of that. I think the effects were pretty damn good.
Yeah.
um Austonian, the crossbow accidental murder weapon was fun. And that we mentioned that too, T, and I'll let you take over because I feel like that might be something that you were going to say as well. um but passing it on to you, buddy.
What part? What was I gonna say?
You well, because we were talking about how, like, just putting things together. I guess not, so I'll say
Oh
it.
yeah, no, yeah. Like the crossbow looked homemade. Like it wasn't a real crossbow. Like it was a piece of
Right, you're
wood
like, we need
and
a
a
crossbow, we
like
don't have one.
it looked like a an old curtain rod or two. You know how like the old curtain rods used to like have this like long U shape to them,
Mm-hmm.
um, and then some whatever twine or whatever. But that shit was fucking funny, man. Like she shoots that dude with the yardstick, and then he shoots the lady with the flag, the property flag.
Sister Nips.
Oh my god, I just thought that shit was so funny. Because like you gotta think like it's a movie, right? But like you gotta think like, what do they do after that? They murdered two people. They're two people, good and dead, because of them, just because of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, highest body count from a non-main
Whoops.
killer in any movie. I'd bet my life on it. That scene at the end, the fucking groundskeeper with the groundskeeper laser fucking killed dozens of people in that scene. Like he was murking everybody in the movie. Got it, except for like five people. There were two camps there. Kudos for that much. Like the cast was huge. It was huge. Like speaking parts in this movie, even if it was just one or two lines, like the cast was huge. The characters had names. Like man, I just like when we had Josh on for his movie Postmortem Mary, and we talked about his, like the first time I saw one of Josh's movies was a short called Axed, and I remember watching it on Facebook and going like, holy shit, there's got to be 100 zombies in this shot, all practical. Now he's in Australia, in Brisbane. Like, what the? How did he get? How did he get all those people to come out and do this thing for a couple days? I'm always just so impressed because that's another thing that like low budget movies, when you can put bodies on the camera, even as background, production values going up. Locations, multiple locations in this movie, production values going up. Like I'm just always so impressed. I'd love to talk to the producer, like do a follow up in January with the cast and crew of Ugly Sweater Party.
Why not?
Yeah. But yeah, so that's, I think, did I answer the question? The
Did
scotch
you
is
did
starting
you
to land
answer the
now.
question about, like, your favorite effects
Oh no, I guess
or
I
what
didn't.
you thought about them in general?
I thought there was a lot of fun digital stuff in there. I'm a practical guy, even though I work for a VFX company, but I'm a practical guy. And there's just some stuff you can't do practically with what we can do now in VFX. It's bananas. But practically, I thought, again, to go back to what I was saying at the top of the day, having an original monster, an original killer in your movie, and having them look as cool as this one did, ugly sweater aside, I thought was a triumph, man. I thought it was a real triumph to have something like, I wasn't expecting sweater tentacles, not
Oh,
even close. And then Counselor Mandix like trying to get the sweater stuff,
Juice.
the sweater juice that turned his daughters into demons
mhm.
out of it, and he's like, none for you, and you're like, oh my god, this guy Mandix, man, what a great character that guy is.
Overall, what are your thoughts on the film, Jets?
um Glenn, do you want to go first? I just talked for a long time.
Sure. Um, like I said, I went into it expecting it to be something I wasn't. Not that I would dislike it, because there's very few things that I actually dislike. Um, it it exceeded my expectations in that way, which sounds like a low bar I just set. That's not what I meant. Um, this is a lot like uh, a smaller subgenre, I would say, of like movies that just, we're gonna go to the desert and throw some blood around and call it a movie. Those are the ones that are kind of like, okay, cool. That was a long time to watch that. This is not that, thankfully. Um, it it in the best way possible is like a much lower budget version of like a hobo with a shotgun, or in some extent like Astron 6 movie.
Street
um
trash, like fucking,
Street trash.
yeah.
Again, like a throw everything we can at the wall. um this type of movie for me usually is, the two main areas it can fail are if it's boring in places, or if like they don't get the tone where it's like mean spirited and you're just like, ooh, no, I don't like that. And it never fell into either of those. So I think it actually succeeded fairly well in what this is. um it's definitely a watch with friends, watch with drinks or
Libations.
libations or whatever is legal in your area. uh is
For
very
those of you in
helpful.
states where mushrooms are now legal, do not take mushrooms and watch this movie.
Oh yeah, don't do
Don't
that.
do it. Do not go on a psychedelic journey into the woods of the Mandix conversion camp. Don't do it.
Yeah, don't do
Herbs and
that.
spices, probably fine. Don't go into the fun guy for this one.
But if you like splattery, ridiculous plot, light ridiculousness, definitely watch this, or put it in your queue at least.
Yeah, at least put it in your queue so you have to pass it every time you go through your watch list and be like, maybe
I
next
should.
time I should watch
Yeah.
this. I should watch this. Um, I really liked it. Like I said, I grew up on Trauma. Oh, my Lloyd Kaufman story. I'll tell it real quick. I was at a Fangoria when I was 15 years old in New York City. Um, and I met Lloyd Kaufman and I met his team. I waited in line to get an autograph at the Trauma booth. And I remember meeting Lloyd and being like a 15-year-old horror fan. I'm like, hey, I live in Pennsylvania and I want to make movies and I want to be in your movies and can I come out and be in one of your movies and make one of your movies? And Lloyd Kaufman was like, and he's fucking Lloyd Kaufman. And he's like, sure, like go talk to this guy at the end of the line. I'm like, oh my God. So I go and I talk to this dude. I think his name was Aaron, maybe. He gave me his card. I contacted him. He said, I don't think he knew I
Aaron
was 15.
Mento.
No, it wasn't Aaron Mento.
Oh, okay.
If it was though, Aaron, oh my God, all these years. But the guy, I remember the guy looked at me. He did not. I've looked like this since I'm 15, so it's not a surprise. I got into bars on that trip and literally partied with adults on that trip. But he goes, you know any hot girls? And I went, yeah. And he goes, do you think they'd be willing to take their tops off? And I went, probably not. And he goes, oh, well, if you find any, like, bring them along. We'll put you in the movie. And I went, okay. Uh, I was 15, so I didn't know any girls who were willing to take their tops off to be in a
You
Troma
never
movie.
told me that.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
career could have been so different.
It could have been, it could still be. Troma's still around. Um, but yeah, like I grew up on Troma Team in like Full Moon, like Ginger Dead Man and Doll Man and Demonic Toys. Like this is my genre. This is where I live. This is where I want to live. It's difficult to make money in this genre, so a lot of times it's a labor of love. But I have so much respect for people who make this kind of genre stuff, and I have a ton of respect for this team. I really like this movie. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna track down the physical media because hashtag support physical media. Um, but I thought it was so fun. It's insane. Like it's again, if you're a fan of Trauma Team Video, it's fucking off the wall, Bananasville, USA, crazy, crazy, crazy horror movie. But it's got a lot of heart and in a farting sweater tentacle and I think multiple dicks being ripped off and maybe eaten. Uh, in a really fun original uh monster. Like that's really to me that's the like listen, for what this movie is, the performances were fucking great. And everything about it was great. Again, we've made micro budget features in the past. It's a hard thing to do. They don't always come out how you envision in your head, but the what these guys accomplished, I thought was awesome. I'm a big fan of this movie. I'm a big fan of this team. I can't wait. I think they just premiered a new movie called 16-bit. I saw on the Twitter, so I can't wait to check that out. But
Same.
yeah, I would 100% go find these guys on social media. Go track down this movie. Buy it. Just support independent artists, man. It's so hard to get anything made in Hollywood these days. There's literal computers deciding with an algorithm whether or not a script is going to be profitable. We're on the other side of the fucking looking glass at this point. So we need people like the people at fucking Ocular Migraine making content that's original, that's fun, that is accessible to young artists who want to go out and create. Much respect to that team in this movie. I love it. I'm a fan. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Ugly Sweater Party. You have stuffed my stocking thoroughly, and I thank you for it. Denise, this was your pick. Give us your final thoughts.
I've got to unmute myself first. Yeah, this movie has a lot of heart and a lot of dick. But
There's not that much.
there's no listen. It's just more fun to say it like that. Okay.
All right.
The the short and the skinny of it is that
Nicely done.
I mean, judging by the size of that dildo, it was the long and the skinny of it, but that's just me.
anyway, it's a like TJ said, it's no mean feat. It's a thing of beauty to create in this world. Um, and especially in this particular subsect of art, right? Because as we know, everything is about the bottom line nowadays. So it's harder for people to create and to become the creators that they're meant to be because you have to have a journey, right? You don't have people starting off always being like absolutely fucking gangbusters, the best ever at writing or directing or acting. It's all about growth. And these people who create in spite of all the odds, they allow all of this to happen. And it's really just amazing to be a part of. That's why we're so passionate about supporting indie creators, about buying physical media, about not losing all of the stuff that um in the case of physical media that we thought we wanted to get rid of. But if we put everything in the cloud, then we'll be left with nothing once the cloud is gone.
Case in point, HBO took down Westworld today.
Are you serious?
Got to save that storage space. D, you're
And
absolutely
they made
right
it.
though. Like, uh, speaking of you never know who you're gonna get out of these movies, but you know who came from Troma? The new head of DC, James Gunn, director of Guardians of the Galaxy. James Gunn, his brother Sean, came out of Troma. If I'm not mistaken, I think fucking Trey Parker came out of there too. With
Yeah, I think so.
Cannibal the Musical, Trey Parker, Matt Stone. Like Troma put out, it was the same thing with Corman, man. Like you have A-list Hollywood royalty has come out of this kind of system of filmmaking, and it's because it's scrappy, it's hardworking, it's fueled by nothing but pure passion for making your movie. And there's something very beautiful to be said about that, and that's why I like these movies so much.
I want to give you, and not everybody's going to turn out this way, but I want to give you one fucking name: Peter Jackson.
Oh my
Same.
god. Yeah.
This is very bad taste.
Dead Alive.
Very bad taste.
That was his movie. Not.
Yeah.
I mean, it is in bad taste, but
I mean, look at Dead Alive, Lord of the Rings.
yeah.
Well, like Glenn's saying, even step it back further to the previous movie of Bad Taste before Dead Alive was Star Wars compared to Bad Taste. Like it was Bad Taste was a fucking, what was it, 16 millimeter they shot that on? Like that was like,
I think
was it
it
8?
might have been both.
But
It might have
even
been
then,
8.
what I'm
It was
saying
like
is,
short ends and fucking piecing it together. Like,
Took him 4 years. He like baked the foam latex heads in his mother's oven. And the reason
But
they have
even
flat
then,
heads
like-
is because the oven wasn't big enough. Like it's
Dead
crazy.
Alive is not it's not like it's well respected in the industry, right? But he started there. He had to start somewhere with something he, or Bad Taste, and then Dead Alive, things that he was passionate about, things that he wanted to see on the screen. So that's really what it's all about. And it's about, just like they tell you in this industry, watch how you treat people, because today's assistant will be tomorrow's executive. And you never fucking know. You never know who's standing around you and who's going to be somewhere in a position to either help or hurt you in the future. Beyond the whole don't be an asshole because it's shitty to be an asshole thing. But I think it's a really huge win to get something like this made. You got it distributed. It's for rent. We paid for it. A few people joined us in that. Like, it's really just all about supporting. And I think that's another problem in the industry too, is that there's competition, but there's also not competition, because I mean, there's a million things out there to watch, but everybody's always worrying about keeping it to themselves. So it's harder. I mean, the horror community, I think, is a little bit better about that. Like, it's a tight knit, like very supportive community. From what I understand, we have a lot of friends in the horror community, but we're not like super entrenched in it. But I don't know. It's just it's all about celebrating the hard work and creativity that people put into their art, and I celebrate it. I choose to celebrate it.
I choose you, Pikachu. Yeah, big fan. I think we all agree. Very strange movie, completely and utterly out there on a different fucking planet, but super fun. Like Glenn said, watch it with some friends. Alter your state of being, however you choose to do that. Do it safely. Don't go crazy. Don't go crazy.
One other thing I did want to mention too, I got all like series and shit. That's a little more lighthearted. Like I appreciate the resurgence of this like absurd thought of movie. Like the
Yeah.
fact that people are like, what can I put on screen that's fucking ridiculous? Killer Sofa, Velocipaster, in a different vein, Kung Fury. You know what I mean? Just ridiculous concepts. And like you said, TJ, like very unique killers. I am here fucking for it. Fucking
Yeah.
here for it.
Well, what's
Not here
interesting is
fucking
like
for it.
they've always been there. It's just now the audience has a bigger taste for them. We're getting to see them more because there's a market for them now, which is really exciting. It's hopeful. I definitely hope that we're with these types of movies we're seeing what will be the next generation of horror filmmaking, and you never know who's going to come out of that. Aaron Mento may end up fucking directing a Paranormal Activity someday. Like, who knows? Look at Terrifier. Like, Terrifier came out of the blue, man.
And demolished the box office.
Crushed it. Their ROI on that movie has got to be bananas. Their finance team must be doing back handsprings.
Yeah, and again, like you were saying, like you never know who's going to come out of it. Like Scott Derrickson did wow, Doctor Strange, the first one, but he started out he did like apparently one of the worst Hellraisers. I think it's one of the better ones, but like you never know.
Yeah.
And like you said, James Gunn started Troma and now he runs fucking DC, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's a big jump too.
Please fix that.
Oh man, but yeah, well done team Ugly Sweater Party, well done cast, well done crew. Congratulations on your movie. Look forward to seeing what else you guys put out in the future. Maybe someday, if you ever watch this, we'll get you on the show and talk about it. That could be fun. We've been meaning to do more interviewee type stuff. Blood and Popcorn as a whole is in the new year is going to start growing. It'll always be a part of Channel 29, but it's as a brand, it's going to start becoming more of its own thing. We have a lot of cool stuff planned for it. If we can all find the time to actually do it, this isn't our job. We don't make money doing this, but we love doing it. We love hanging out with you guys and talking about horror, which is like between the three of us, one of our all-time favorite things, if not our favorite thing. So, yeah, stick around. Be sure to check it out. We'll be back next week. We've got Santa Jaws, which was my pick. We'll be watching that on the 20th of December. And then we swapped out, we dropped Violent Night because we did a little more research on it. It's not actually a horror movie. So we swapped in Christmas Bloody Christmas, which looks to be just fucking fantastic. So yeah, be sure to drop in next week. Same time, same channel, for our discussion on Santa Jaws, which you can check out on Amazon Prime as well. On Amazon Prime Video, go check that out so you can join our conversation. Obviously, Austonia, thanks for interacting and watching the movie. It's super fun for us when you guys actually get to watch the movies, so we can talk about them together as a group, which is a great time. But Glenn, Denise, thank you so much as always for your wonderful insights.
Thank you.
And your wonderful takes. Thanks everybody in chat for being here and supporting the channel, and supporting what we do. We love doing this, and we appreciate you guys for coming along for the ride and hanging out with us. And Zis, I saw a clip in the Discord, so thanks for that, Zis. But yeah, Ugly Sweater Party, go buy it on physical media if it's available. If not, buy it on digital media, but try physical media first. Because Glenn, as you like to say, support physical media.
Support physical media.
Oh my God. Anyway, thanks to everyone for being here. We'll see you next week for Santa Jaws as we continue our Blood and Popcorn holiday of horror all December long. And yeah, stay safe out there, everybody. And we'll see you next time.